guys, welcome back to my channel. Excuse the fact that my room definitely got even more about this video. I will post it later. This delicious drink I made right here, it's a lot of matcha goodness, but surprisingly this tastes like Sprite. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I was just doing something really random and I just wanted to make like a drink because all the boba shops are obviously closed at like 12 a.m. And this drink, I don't know why it tastes like Sprite, but it's just matcha and like lemon. There's like a whole lemon and matcha in here and like condensed milk and stuff. So I don't know how, but it tastes like a Sprite and it's so good. And I'm probably like not gonna go to sleep tonight because I'm drinking this. So you guys are staying up with me for whoever wants to chill. BRB. I think I have I had to spit out a piece of like lemon seed because I think I accidentally blended lemon seed into my drink, but it's okay. I don't think I'll grow seeds in my stomach. All right, hi there, Serene559, no prob. Thanks for those of you guys that are in here. As usual, I am streaming from 3 different platforms, so please follow if you're not already following me. This is Living with Lucy. I am streaming on YouTube, which is called The Luci Show, my second YouTube channel, as I'm still waiting for my main channel to got terminated on YouTube. So I'm still in a waiting phase for those of you guys that want the update. No idea, I'm still waiting for my appeal to go through, but I'm on TikTok as well, just handle Living with Lucy. Please check out my bio if you're on TikTok. Follow me on the other platforms if you haven't already. And for those of you guys that are on Twitch, well, I think I already connected everything. But I have my Bluetooth headset in here right now because I am going to play kalimba later. But before I do that, I do want to talk about what's on my mind lately with like all of this AI chat. By the way, isn't this Pikachu so cute? Sorry, this is just on a side note. Look at how cute he is. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about like just my experience of I got an OnlyFans account the beginning of this month, the beginning of April. And I've learned so much about it. So thank you guys. I'm not going to expose anybody. Don't worry. I don't do that. I'm not going to talk about people like I'm just gonna make sure that nobody knows who I'm talking about. Well, I don't even know half the people that like I talk to, even if they say use a real picture or they tell me their name. I don't necessarily like believe anything really, but I'm just gonna tell you guys like what I learned from it without like hopefully exposing people in any way. But I learned a lot by being on the platform and just like how many problematic relationships there are out there. Like, first off, even though I am on OnlyFans and I post a whole bunch of different types of content, like obviously people want like spicier content, asking me for like specific requests and pictures and whatnot, in which I will either say no to or accept for a certain price. But there are also like I post like my stocks, like my trades here and there. So I just kind of use it, I guess, in a way that's different from the norm, which is mostly just like if you go on it, it's like either half like nudity or like full nudity, whatever. A lot of that type of content, but there's also people who talk about coffee and then there's people who talk about like food on it. So I think that OF is trying to move more towards like all different types of content. But either way, it is so interesting to me that I'm glad that people are like talking to me in the way that I want, which is kind of sharing like their problems with like their love lives and stuff like that. And I've noticed there's so many men with like love life problems. And it honestly just makes me kind of sad. I'm not here to say like, get a divorce or, break up with your girlfriend that you've been with for like 4 or 5 years. But I am in a serious relationship and I would be pretty pissed if my guy was sneaking behind my back and paying for a bunch of pictures. Not that I have anything against that. I think like if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. But then I think it's also important to just be truthful. So it kind of like I tell the people that I talk to that are telling me that, oh, you know, like this is something I, you know, I'm doing secretly and I'm in a relationship. And I'm just like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like I'm very straightforward. So I can't help but like just call people out for what I think is just like, it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to judge anybody for any of the things that they tell me. Like I respect people and, you know, whatever it is that they're going through, their current life situation and all of that. But like when I see something that just doesn't like make logical sense, I do have to say something. And I just told a bunch of people like, you know, it's cool that you're supporting me and my platform, like whether you're paying for my content, requesting content from me, or obviously to a bunch of other girls on OnlyFans as well. But I was like, it's important, I think, for like, you know, your life to be honest with the person you're in a relationship with. I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. And which gets me into like the thought process of there's a lot of AI talk and like the future of obviously like robots taking over, and you know, would there even be a need? Would there even be a need of being in a relationship anymore for a lot of people who aren't in relationships, right? Like if you're not in a serious relationship, you're looking for a girlfriend, but it's not working out for you. In the future, if you could like make, you know, just create your dream girlfriend, your dream look of a robot, like the robot will listen to everything and do everything that you want. Like, will there really be a need then? Will there really be a need of, I don't know, being in a relationship? I guess for a lot of people, like to me, that sounds wild. Like, I can't seem to understand why people would want to be in a robot relationship. But hey, no judgment from me. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section below, if that is something you are open to. Like, hopefully you are single right now and you're like, if that's what you want, not like you're in a relationship and you're serious and you're happy and you also on the side like is just waiting for the technology to advance enough so you could like, you know, peace out and dip from your family or your wife or whatever. I think that's not good. Hi there, DH69, welcome. Thank you for those of you guys that have subscribed on TikTok. Hi there, Twitch. Okay, James Tank says I'm lagging really badly on Twitch. So you might want to pop over then to TikTok because I think TikTok's working fine, or YouTube. I'll go to the council. What? Single and ready to mingle. Diamond Hand 69 says, sorry if I missed some other people's comments. But anyways, again, I know it may sound like I'm judging, but I swear to God, I'm not. Like, if that's what you believe in, to me, it's as easy as you like the color blue and maybe I like the color green. You know, like we all have different preferences. I just find it like an interesting topic on, you know, there's definitely like a group of people who are really interested and excited about the advancement of, you know, human robots and AI companionships, let's call that. And it's funny because even though I don't want a robot boyfriend, I don't want a robot husband, I am interested in a robot dog, which I guess contradicts everything I'm saying because I don't believe there could be a real relationship with like a robot, like love, like in the term of like romantic love. But then I do want like a robot dog. Like, that's like, I find that really weird, but I've always wanted a robot dog because I'm scared of like having a real dog. Like so many of my friends have real life dogs and I think they're so cute, but I could just never really imagine myself having a dog because I'm scared like it's gonna pass away before me. Wait, alas, the love of your life has arrived. Hi there, Lava. Just accept my live. You don't need a robot dog. Hot Wheels says, I really want a robot dog. I don't know. I think to me, it's just like, it's also easier to clean. Maybe I'm like a clean freak. Maybe that's why. But like I want a robot dog so then it doesn't have all this fur and I don't have to take it out on walks, or else, like, you know, it's going to be uncomfortable, because I know my friends who like go out 2-3 times a day, and I'm like, how do people come up with the time to go like walk their dogs? I can't even walk myself. I can't even get out of my house 3 times a day, like, guaranteed. But anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. I'm hoping to like put this in the fridge, but it tastes so good, I swear to God. I'm not even boosting myself. Like, I will post how to make this if you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm also there on Instagram. My handle is Living with Luci 123. Everywhere else is just Living with Luci. But yeah, I'll post this later when I have time. Yeah, overall, I learned that there's a lot of people who are, I guess, just going behind their relationships, or going behind someone's back that they're supposed to be in a serious relationship with, and they're just, I don't know what to call it. I guess it's just cheating. There's just no other way for me to put it. And yeah, I think that's like also emotionally cheating. It's not really physical, because it's not like you're doing anything with like whoever you're purchasing pictures or videos from. But I just find it, like, at least for a lot of girls that I know, emotional cheating would like do it for me, right? Like, if I found out like my boyfriend or a husband was out there like emotionally cheating on me, or like out there talking to a bunch of other women, that would hurt, that would be sad. And then I guess it just doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like people, if you found somebody that you want to live with, or you want to like constantly see, then, you know, do it. You don't have to say you're monogamous and then not actually be monogamous. I just feel like it's a healthier relationship for people when they are doing what they're saying. Like, you're living your life more truthful, in a sense. Does that make sense? Or, I don't know, maybe when the robots are just better, because I don't think you can have like a real robot. Like, I don't mind having like a robot in the house that will do all the stuff that I don't want to do, like clean dishes, do my chores, wash my laundry and stuff like that. But you know, like, maybe one day, if there are robots like that, where Tesla is working on, then I will get one, but not for love, not for like a relationship, because I just don't believe, like, it's kind of like having, the thing about being human, I feel like, is the factor of like not knowing. It's actually pretty awesome not knowing as a human. Like, for example, like when you would pass away, you know, what your future would look like. If you buy stocks, would that go up or would it go down? Like, there's just like that part of being human where you try, but you may not succeed. And that goes the same with like your career, your relationships and whatnot. And I feel like if you have a robot as your partner, it's like everything, there's no surprises. There's no breakups, of course, because it cannot break up with you if you, I don't know, purchased it and like programmed it to like fall in love with you or whatever. So it's just what I feel like it would be like talking to a wall, but maybe I'm being naive with like thinking that these ChatGPT future robots that could be in people's homes are just going to be so basic, and they're not going to have like an interesting conversation with you, when in reality they could have very, very interesting conversations, like once they think for themselves, in a sense. Like, when a robot can think for itself, and maybe if you do program it to be like, I don't know, to like fight with you if that's what you're into, or to like have debates about stuff, so it doesn't seem like you're talking to a robot, like maybe by then that would make sense. Or when they just have free will, like, you know, the thing that we're supposed to be scared of, like once they have a conscience, I feel like then you could have a love story. Like, if a robot could be purchased by you, and then you can, oh, actually, no. I think it would make sense if one day robots, I mean, this is not the future that I want, but if one day robots could roam the earth with their own IDs, like they are fully aware and conscious, and you can convince that robot. I don't know why a robot would want to date a human when it can date another robot that's like, you know, equal and both will never die. But if you as a human had like enough riz to get a robot on your own, then I feel like then that's like real. That could be like a proper love story, in my opinion. At the same time, there's that the bear chief says, yes, yes, there are. I mean, I know in Japan it's definitely way more advanced. Like I've seen some videos, even like from 5, 6 years ago, where they made like female robots and their female robot faces are so realistic, and beautiful. My money's on Japan. My money's on Japan to come up with like robot girlfriends. I've seen the Terminator. Skynet is live. I mean, yes, we could be really, really close, I feel like, to Terminator if we don't protect ourselves properly. Like, if our government doesn't put in all the protection, like, proper protocols to save us, then I think, yeah, we could have an ending like Terminator. I hope I'm not going to be there when that occurs, but that is a very real outcome. So I would just say, like, this just makes me feel like we have to appreciate every day, like, more than you hopefully already do. Be right back. I will be right back. I have to make a text. Give me like 2 seconds. I don't know. I'm testing on YouTube, so sorry if YouTube goes away, but I'm just gonna go into another tab. I don't know if YouTube will allow this. Hold on. I think that actually worked. Actually, I'm not sure if my live is still going. Okay, I think it's still working. I've never I've never I've never I've never like zoomed out of these chats before. Like this is on my phone. So I was like I didn't know that it would work, but I like just left the tab on YouTube and I guess it still works. I don't know if it's still lagging on Twitch. I guess Twitch lags the most. Sorry there, Dream Tanks. And thanks, guys, for those of you, all of you guys that are on TikTok. I have my earphones in because obviously I'm not sleeping anytime soon today. So if I see your chat, I will respond. But I'm going to be trying to play the kalimba again, as I have my kalimba over here. I'm gonna try to play Mario, which is like the song that I randomly tried to do yesterday. I will try to play Mario, even though I still have not figured out how to tune it. So bear with me. And I don't know why anyone would be awake right now because it's literally 1 a.m. So if you're here, then enjoy my horrible kalimba playing. You can search it on YouTube. It's called Super Mario Bros. Theme. I'm looking for my Nintendo 64, by the way. When I find it, I could play it. I don't know if you guys could hear it at all. I just feel like it sounds good because I have my earphones on. Yay! It's so cute. On here, they have like the whole gang. They have Yoshi and Peach and stuff. But every time I see Yoshi, I'm just sad that like Yoshi wasn't really in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. But I'm excited for the next one. I hope that Yoshi has a huge part because I love Yoshi. I don't know who made this song, but it's so genius. Like I know the Japanese guy obviously made like all the characters for Super Mario Bros. But I wonder if he also like made this theme song because his theme song's just like pure magic. Hi there, Matt. I don't know if you guys could hear at all that I'm trying to play Mario. It's only like 1 minute and 32 seconds, but when you don't really know what you're playing, it feels like 10 years. Yay! Okay, I feel like I'm getting better. At least, or because I'm hearing this mostly, like I just hear the sound of someone else playing the kalimba and sounding really good, doing Super Mario Bros. But one day I will do it. River Flows in You, which is what I was doing yesterday, is just like way too hard. So maybe I will eventually get better at River Flows in You. But the Super Mario Bros. One, I will tune it. I will figure out a way to play way better than that eventually. Anyways, guys, it was fun chatting with you. Actually, you know what? There is one thing I forgot to talk about, and that is I also just learned like through OnlyFans that people are like very lonely, and I learned about I learned about, well, this is not from OnlyFans. This is just from like pop-ups on my TikTok. I learned that I think I talked about this last time, where people like pay others. Well, technically therapy in a sense to me is also just like you're paying someone to talk to you. Um, but there are people out there who like pay for friendships or like literally pay someone. I think in Japan there's like jobs, which I actually think are really cool jobs. But in Japan, there's like jobs where you could pay someone to just like follow you around. Like all the person does, I don't know for how much like Japanese money per day, but there's like this one guy who I think just like follows around um, people. Like they don't have to talk to you at all. It's just literally like a buddy that walks behind you, which I think is hilarious. Like I would totally want a job like that. If someone wanted me to just like never talk to them, never do anything, and I'm just, all I have to do to get paid is just like basically walk behind you like a little shadow. I think that's the most awesome thing ever. And it just goes to show how like maybe some people just like don't want to be alone. So it's just again like another sense of like loneliness on our planet. And I can't imagine like how many more people out there feel like lonely and then they don't go out and pay for like this person, like someone like that in Japan, which would just like follow you around. Or in the US, or I think it's in the US, but there are companies out there where you talk to people and they'll just be like your buddy that you could text with via the phone or whatever, or on this certain app. Again, it's just, it's wild to me that there's so many people that just lack like companionship, which is why I do love technology and the ability to even like do this right now with you guys and just like kind of be around and just chat. I feel like if you want to talk to like a specific person and get like a specific companionship from a certain person, then it's worth the payment, kind of like a therapist, because you feel like the therapist is very trained and skilled on what they're telling you. Um, but if it's just to like not feel alone, I think it's much easier to just like, for example, watch a live stream, or hi there, Dan. But yeah, like watch a live stream, chat on Reddit. There's so many ways, right? Or just like go to a library where there's a bunch of other people who are just like chilling and reading a book. So that's why I also like, I just love the concept of like still movie theaters, and I hope that never goes out of style, because also just like going to the theater, like you'll be alone, but you're not really alone. You're watching it with a bunch of other people. And I am seeing more and more people that go out and like watch a movie by themselves, which honestly, I want to do more of. I've only done it like less than probably 3 times in my entire life. And that's including one time as a kid. Like nobody wanted to watch the movie that I wanted to watch, and I was already at the theater, so I'm like, I'm gonna go watch like the movie that I want to see by myself. Um, so yeah, I think definitely there's like, it's hard. It's more of like, it's actually very easy to be alone, in my opinion. Like, I think it's so easy to be alone. And when you're like happy alone, it's like actually very addictive, and you don't want people to like break your peace. But I also understand that there's a lot of people out there that just always want to connect and always want to be around people or feel like, something's going on. And I can only relate to that when I think about like when I was a kid, I would be scared. Like if my parents left me home at home alone, I would then turn on the TV and then just play as people talked and these TV shows. I might not even be watching it, but I'm just playing it to feel like, I'm not by myself and the ghosts aren't going to get me. So I guess it's just whatever works for people. But I think our society definitely puts a lot of pressure also on like this need to like, oh my God, you have to be in a relationship, or oh my God, you have to be, you know, constantly around people, or else you're like a total loner. I disagree with that. I think you could totally be living in the woods and having a grand time by yourself if you are truly happy that way. Because so many people are like with a bunch of people, but they're not even happy, or they're like in really bad relationships, which now I've learned through OnlyFans that there are so many people that are just not happy in their relationships, and they definitely should not be in them. But I'm not here to tell people like get out of your relationships. But either way, also appreciate all of my supporters on all of my platforms. I just can't help it. I have to tell you when I feel like something is just out of whack. And again, I just speaking from like what I understand. You can be alone in a room full of people. Matt says, I think that's from Titanic, right? That's definitely from Titanic. Got yours. I think a lot of people used to being alone during the pandemic. Wait, hold on. A lot of people used to being alone during the pandemic, so it's not as rare to be alone now. Exactly. I definitely agree with you. Through the pandemic, it actually did a great thing in like teaching people to be alone and to deal with it. But then I also heard that because of the time alone, like a lot of people ended up getting divorces. I don't know anybody personally that got a divorce like through the pandemic, but oh boy, I know so many people who broke up. Like just broke up from like a boyfriend girlfriend situation through the pandemic. And I think that's kind of a good thing. Like if you couldn't make it through like a lockdown, you couldn't be stuck with somebody, you probably shouldn't like end up marrying them. Some people spend too much time with each other. LOL. See the okay. Here's the other thing. What is too much time? So like because if you're gonna have a family with someone, wouldn't you be seeing them like all the time, like all day long? Or maybe not all day long, depending on what you do. Like if you work from home, then you don't have to see like your spouse every like if one of you works from home and the other person works outside, or you both work outside or whatever, you don't have to see each other all the time. But I guess yeah, like if you're both working from home, you would see each other all the time. But again, I just my personal opinion, I think if you can't handle that, if you cannot handle seeing somebody like all the time, because the way I picture it is just okay, like I grew up with my parents and I have to see them all the time. Like that's something like obviously you can't control. I kind of needed them to like, you know, shelter me, give me food, and like buy me stuff. But when I was a kid, like, you know, like when you're in a family, you're kind of stuck in that. But at no point in time was like, oh my God, I hate them. Like I hate them so much. Like I just want to leave, which I'm sure like for some people, yeah, it's true because maybe their parents are terrible. But my parents like weren't terrible. I love them. I still do love them. And I never felt like it was too much. So then to me, it's like, at least I personally think if you are in a healthy, happy relationship, then you should also view them like, or hopefully you love them as much as like you would your family. And then therefore it doesn't ever feel like too much. I don't know. If someone feels like too much and you just don't want to see them in your house anymore, which I've been there, done that, like you break up with them. You just break up with them. Like if you're in a house constantly with somebody and they annoy the heck out of you, like that's a relationship you shouldn't be in the first place. I urge you to leave, even though no life advice on my channel. Hold on. Someone says something. Got yours says, I was with my ex-wife for 13 years. We owned a company and worked together night and day. Sorry, I'm not reading it. It was good till the last 6 months. If you really love someone, you don't mind. It was good till the last 6 months. Well, you sure made it past those 7-year, like the 7-year itch supposedly. But 13 years, wow, that's a long time. But yeah, again, I don't have that much experience. I feel like I will have way more experience when like I'm probably like about to die, like 90s or whatever. Because I think because I've never been in a 13-year relationship, I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. So it's almost like judging blindly at like what could be. But I like to think that my relationship with the one can and should last like forever, forever, eternity. But with that being said, I think we're all going into it blindly. Like none of us knows. Hi, Dallas, Texas. Hi there, Johnny. Yeah, like no one knows, and that's why like if you do end up getting hurt by someone else in a relationship, or you end up hurting someone else in a relationship, I think we all have to like just chill a bit on everything. Like there's a difference between someone just being a jerk as well. Oh, thank you for whoever just uh subscribed or followed on Twitch. I heard the ding. But I'm not really looking at the Twitch screen because I was looking at Kalimba and it's still on Kalimba on YouTube. But yeah, what was I saying? I feel like none of us knows like what we're getting ourselves into. We're just trying to live and like be happy and survive. And it's okay, I guess, if in the process, hopefully they're not like just a serial cheater and purposely trying to hurt you. But I feel like breakups sometimes are inevitable as people try to learn, and people are changing every day. And you have no idea what it's like to be in a relationship for 50 years, especially when you're like, some people get married at like 16, or like, oh no, Doge is down. I just got a notification that Dogecoin's down. But yeah, like there's just so much to a relationship that the only thing I feel like is sad is when people are clearly not happy and then still just trying to stick it out for the sake of sticking it out. That definitely is just like being a little bit delusional and like lying to yourself. Like if you're just not happy, you're just not happy. And vice versa. You could just be totally happy alone, if that's what floats your boat. Thank you. And by the way, guys, for those of you that are on TikTok or Twitch or YouTube and you have not already subscribed to all my other platforms, hence the TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, please do so. Follow my other platforms, smash the like button, heart it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. I forgot where this was going, but yeah, basically wanted to say I learned this month especially lots of lonely people, and that's okay. That's okay. And I believe with technology it'll only get better, because I do personally feel like as I learn more about people, like strangers, not just like my close friends, but like other people's lives through people's vlogs and random like FYP pop-ups like on my TikTok or whatever, you should feel less alone, I think. Like there's also issues with like mental health and like maybe be on social media a little too much, but I think that's all more in your own mind. Like if you love comparing yourself to people, maybe people who are like more successful than you, or better looking or whatever. Like I find like a lot of people who complain about social media is really just complaining about themselves and their own choice to compare with other people. Like no one's forcing you to compare. You could just like learn stuff on social media and like be an observer. If you don't want to be a content creator, you could just like be there to watch and take in stuff. Like I like to do that. Thank you for using my custom sticker. Thank you there, DH69. My connection's dying on TikTok and I have no idea what's going on Twitch, but thank you guys so much for joining me on another live stream. Hope you like my Eric Carmen shirt. I'm so sad that I wonder if there's gonna be new episodes on South Park. If there ever is one, please notify me on Twitter or something, because I need more South Park in my life. But yeah, I'm gonna log out and then I have to do my sit-ups, probably more workouts. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. There will be more. I think I'm just getting more comfortable just doing live streams like in the house, like this, even though like everything's like a total mess and I usually would sit in front of my vanity table I just don't care that much anymore. So pray for me that I will get my main YouTube channel back, because I still didn't. But it's fine. I will learn to adapt. Like, if I don't get it back, I'll just keep making videos that would have been on the main channel, on the second channel of mine. But I will not give up. So take care, y'all. Bye-bye for TikTok. Let me just click end. Take care. Bye, YouTube. Hope you guys have a lovely night. I don't know why you guys are up so late. Take care. Bye.